Are you planning on owning a domesticated pet here in Colorado? Well, stay tuned and watch this entire video because we're going to talk about some things. If you haven't lived here yet, or even if you have and you don't have a pet yet, these are things you might want to consider when you're looking at getting a pet here. Hope you enjoy. Hey guys, really quick before we get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to say really fast, if you haven't done so already, number one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell down below. We put at least 2 videos out a week, and I want you to stay updated on all the new videos we have coming out about the area, so that way you can stay in tune to what's happening, things to do, and check out all the cool stuff out here. Also, I wanted to say, if you've got any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to call us at our team number, 719-266-2725. You could also email us at info@jdmret.net, and we will get back to you as quickly as possible. And that's any questions with anything whatsoever, whether it's real estate related or just coming out here to visit or moving to this area, anything you've got question-wise, or even if you've got something else that you want to just mention that might be a great video to be able to do that you haven't seen yet, please reach out. You can either call that number at 719-266-2725 or shoot us that email at info@jdmret.net, or you can also post a comment in the messages below and we will absolutely get back to you as quickly as possible to answer all those. We service this area, we live in this area, and we represent this area. We love working here. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay guys, so my wife and I are huge animal lovers. We absolutely love our animals. We've got pets. In fact, some people would say we have them a little excessive, but it's because we've got some generalized purposes for them. But we do have lots of dogs and lots of horses. We'll just leave it at that right now. But one of the most important things that you need to consider when owning pets and animals here within Colorado, especially if it's a pet that doesn't necessarily have the coats or the capabilities to survive in a environment such as this, high altitude with the colder weather, or even down in Colorado Springs with heat, because you still can get down there, and the colder weather down there. Things that you need to make sure you've got taken care of so that your pet can survive easily out here and you can really enjoy the companionship and everything that comes from having that pet with you here in Colorado. Now, dogs and cats are probably the most common of what folks are going to be looking at out here. And if you've got something else that's more specified, like a snake or something else, I'll let you guys handle that on there. Those typically aren't being let outside to kind of roam around, at least not from what I've seen. So we'll really kind of hit on the dogs and cats because that's probably the most prevalent pets that everybody is considering having when they have out here in Colorado. So during the milder seasons, even in the summertime, having a pet out here in a fenced-in area, it's really not a hard thing to do. Because the climate is as such that you don't really need to be concerned about them getting too cold or anything along those lines. But in the summertime, you do want your pet to have some kind of a shelter, even, not just because of hail or rain or anything else, but just the sun too, because the sun is very powerful to them as well. And some dogs and cats can get sunburned also if they've got, skin that's showing. And that's something that you definitely want to be careful of with that. But we also have these massive thunderstorms that can come in from time to time. And when they do, they have hail on them. And you don't, just like you wouldn't want to be outside standing in that hail, your pet absolutely doesn't want to be outside sitting in that hail too. So having some sort of shelter, whether it's a doghouse or underneath a porch, something, a patio, something that they can get into to get out of that if they need to, if that comes when you're not at home, to make sure that they're taken care of and they're out of those. So certainly something you want to look at. Now, when you start getting into more of the wintertime, you're really going to be looking at, if you're leaving your animals outside, having something that's both insulated and heated, and that's constantly monitored, so that you can make sure, like if you lose power, that your pet isn't going to be out there too cold, because we get some pretty frigid temperatures, especially when the Arctic masses kind of push in. Those can drop for a few days at a time, like to the negatives, and you don't want your animals out there in that, especially if they're not built for that. If it's a husky or a sleigh dog, got it. I mean, that dog's probably super happy out there rolling around in the snow and stuff. But if you got short hair dogs like we do, like we have Rhodesian Ridgebacks, those guys do great up to below freezing, and they really do fine like running around outside having a good time if they're active, down to 0. But anything below 0, their pads start getting really sensitive, and you have to be really careful with that because they can get snow burrs all up between their pads as well, which is not uncomfortable at all, and they're not happy at all. So you want to watch out for that and get little booties if you want to kind of protect your animals from that. But we can't leave them outside. And usually less than freezing, what we do is we've got dog runs that we've got set up because we've got some acreage and divide, but we've got dog runs that we've got set up with insulation and with infrared heaters that are in there. They're all set on thermostats, and then we can monitor those through our Blink camera system. And we can also check temperatures in that Blink camera system too. So it kind of helps us know that our dogs are being taken care of, especially if we go out of town and we've got a pet sitter that's coming in and she's coming in to check on them. We've got alarms that'll go off on her phone, all kinds of stuff if those temperatures drop, and then she's able to get right over there, take a look at them, make sure that everything's okay, fix whatever needs to be fixed, so that way they've got the heat that they need to on it too. That goes for anywhere. If you don't have an animal that you're leaving inside your house that's regulated with that climate control in there, you definitely need to make sure they've got the proper precautions set up so that they're taken care of properly, because that's part of our job, right? Is taking care of our animals, because they rely on us for that quite a bit too. So that's kind of the shelter and the environment selection of that. So some things you need to watch out for too. If you live near the mountains, even some places down away from the mountains have still had problems with mountain lions and bears and coyotes, different types of predators that are out there. And if you've got a smaller domesticated animal, they might end up becoming prey to one of those. So making sure you're not leaving like a small toy poodle out, you know, in mountain lion country by himself. Even hawks or eagles could come down and try to grab them. So making sure you've got areas where you're able to monitor them and take care of them on. So it's just part of being out here in Colorado. We have amazing wildlife, some amazing large wildlife out here too, but it's just part of just, you know, having animals out here and being able to enjoy them too. So I hope this kind of helps give you a little bit of an idea of things to think about as you're coming out here if you're looking at getting a pet. And if you got any more questions, please ask, because we love our animals and we love taking care of them. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. And I just want to say again, really quick before you send off the page, make sure you hit that subscription button and that notification bell down below. That keeps you updated with all the new videos that we got coming out each week. And also, if you got any questions whatsoever for us, we are local experts of these areas, and we are local real estate agents within these areas. And we love helping people out. We got people calling us all the time for these, but please just call us 719-266-2725, or you can email us at info@jdmret.net. And we look forward to hearing from you and seeing you next time.